Hi, it's Baby Alokiss. Thank you so much for clicking this channel. Let's talk about money. But first, subscribe, like, comment, and share, okay? Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing? So thank you so much for clicking on my channel and this video in particular. Please remember to subscribe, like, and if you have time, please comment. So we are going to talk about tips on how to save money, how to be smart with your money, how to manage money. And this is the reason as to why you need to subscribe to my channel. So yeah, let's talk about how to save money, tips on how to save money. Let's talk money. First of all, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my paper. I've written down my tips so that I don't get to forget anything. Yeah, so my first tip will be you need to open up 2 bank accounts. Okay, personally, these are tips that have worked for me. I hope they work for you too, or you can get 1 or 2 tips from my tips that can help you, not to be broke, not to run out of money, to be smart with your money, to grow and to reach your goals and dreams. So my first tip will be you need to open up 2 bank accounts. Okay, one of the accounts will be savings account. That's the account you do not touch. Okay, then the other one, if you want, you can that's the account you go to if you need to pay bills like rent, you need to go shopping, you need to the necessities. That's the account you go to. So open 2 bank accounts. One you do not touch no matter what. So that's the savings account and then the spending account. And then after opening these 2 bank accounts, when you, like for example, if you're on a salary basis, you need to split this money when you get your salary. I'm just giving an example, like if you're on a salary basis, and then when you get your salary, you need to split it into 2, because remember you've opened 2 bank accounts. One is for saving, another one is for for the spending and your necessities. So when you get your salary, you need to split it in 2. One is you put it in the savings, and another one is that's the money you're going to be using throughout. So personally, what works for me is that I put 60% of my money in the savings account. That's the money I don't touch, unless if I have like to invest or something, or do something very important with the money. So you split your money into 2. Personally, what works for me is 60% I put in the savings account, and then 40% is what I put in the spending account, what I use, in my day-to-day. Most people will say 60% is too much to save, but some people say 10% or whatever. It really depends on how much you're making, okay, and how much you need to spend. Okay, if you have a long list of bills, then yeah, you have to put more in that account. But if you don't have so many bills, then please save your money. Put the money in your savings account and do not touch it. Okay, this really has worked for me. It has worked wonders for me. So yeah, 2 bank accounts. Okay. Now the second one is to keep track of your finances. In that, I mean, it's very important to keep track of your finances. In this, I mean, write down your expenses. Like you say, okay, I went shopping. How much did I spend? Write it down. Okay, I went for a hobby, because some of us have hobbies that cost, or whatever you spend your money on, just write it down and take note. If you buy anything, keep those receipts. You need them so that at the end of the month, you can calculate how much money you've spent throughout the whole month. And with this, you will look and be like, oh my God, I've either spent so much money or I haven't spent so much money. And then you'll be proud of yourself. And this will with this, you will learn how to make a budget. If you keep track of your finances, you will eventually learn how to make a budget and stick to it. Okay, so keep track of your finances. Whatever you buy, write it down. Whatever you buy and you get a receipt, keep it. At the end of the month, calculate how much you've spent. With this, you will either be proud of yourself that, oh my God, I haven't actually spent so much money, I've saved more, or you will look and be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I've spent all my money, or I've spent so much money, I need to cut back. Okay, so keep track of your finances. Okay, know how much money you're putting out. Know how much money you're keeping. My third tip will be to this one is funny, but avoid eating out. You understand? Like, don't spend so much money at restaurants, because at the end, only do it once. I'm not saying don't eat out at all. No. You can do that, but only if it's necessary, like on occasions or whatever. Remember, all this money we put out really at the end of the month really does add up, and it really does hurt our wallets and bank accounts. You're going to go to Starbucks, you're going to buy that coffee, right? But it's quite expensive, so it's cheaper to make your coffee from home or cook your own food. It's even healthier, for crying out loud. So like, avoid eating out because it is costly. Just spend some time, cook your own food, which is even healthier and cheaper. Okay, so with this, it's like when you need to think about your needs and your wants. When you say, okay, I want to go to this fancy restaurant tonight, ask yourself, do I really need to go to this restaurant? Ask yourself, or is it because I just want to go? So like, when you think about what you really need to do and what you just want to do, it makes you think again. So just cut back on eating out a lot and buying your coffee out, whatever. If you have time, just try to cook your own food. It will save you a lot of money, and you will even be healthier because you know exactly what you're putting in your food. And then reward yourself, because I'm talking a lot about, my fourth tip is to reward yourself. I'm talking so much about don't spend. But now, for example, if you were about to spend your money, like if you were about to go out and eat, but then you decide, you're like, do I really need to, or do I just want to? So if you end up not going, that money you were going to spend at that restaurant, save it. That's how you reward yourself. Just save it. Put it in your savings account. You're like, okay, I was about to go out and spend like $100-$200 on just dinner. This is when you go to, like a good restaurant or out with your friends. So if you end up not going, if you end up realizing, I really don't need to go, let me just cook myself dinner at home. So that money that you are going to spend, reward it to yourself. It's like giving yourself back your own money. So just put that money in your savings account, and at the end of the month, it's gonna add up. Okay. My fifth tip is live within your means. Live within your means. Don't be trying to make a certain amount of money and then live beyond your means. This is like you're making this amount of money, but you're spending it all. to the point where by the end of the month, before the month ends, you've run out of money. What kind of life is that? Live within your means. Do not be pressured by social media. Do not look at these social media people and be like, oh, she got this Chanel bag, I need it. Oh, she got this Hermes, I need it. Or she got, she's shopping from, do not try to keep up just because of social media. Live with the, I cannot emphasize this enough. Live within your means. Find out, how much do I make? All right, if this is what I make, that means I can only afford certain things. I cannot afford certain things. Live within your means. Do not try to keep up with these social media people. People, you first of all ask yourself, you don't know how they're making their money or where they're getting their money from. Okay, so do not be pressured by social media. See on social media and be like, okay, maybe one day I can afford it, but for now, live within your means. That is very important. And then there is this trick called buy it tomorrow. Okay, for example, there's this trick that I use. I love online shopping, but what I do with online shopping is that when I go on a shopping site, I will click on what I want. I'll put it in a basket. It's like I've shopped, but I don't put in my credit card details right away. I don't pay right away. What I do is I click everything I want, I put it in the basket, and then I be like, okay, I'll buy it tomorrow. This gives me 24 hours to think if I really need this. So it's like, I just clicked on a black dress, but I have so many black dresses. Do I really need it? So when you give yourself these hours to think, do not buy everything. Do not buy what you want right away. Look at it. For example, if it's online, you can click on it, you put it aside and be like, I'll come pay tomorrow, I'll buy tomorrow, or I'll put my card details in tomorrow. So this will give you like 24 hours to think, do I really need this? Do I really need to buy this? And with this comes another tip. Do not move with money in your wallet, excess money in your wallet, because it's like you will not. For example, ladies, when you go to the mall, to the shopping center, and you see that very nice dress, and then you have money in your wallet, and to make matters worse, they've said sale, at 75% sale, 50% sale. You're gonna be tempted. You're gonna be very tempted to go and to spend that money you have in your wallet, which is like, if you do not have that money in your wallet, you wouldn't be tempted to spend it. So do not be having excess money in your wallet, because you'll be tempted to spend it. Yeah, so those are my tips. The first one was open 2 bank accounts. The second one is keep track of your finances. The third one is avoid eating out. Ask yourself, do I really need to, or I just want to? The fourth one is reward yourself. Whatever money you are going to spend, just put it in your savings account. It does add up. The fifth one is live within your means. Do not be pressured by social media. Do not try to keep up. The sixth one is buy it tomorrow. When you shop today, when you order something today, think about, give yourself 24 or 48 hours to think if you really need it. Okay, so this gives you time to think about it. At the end of the day, you might need it or you might not need it. Yeah, and a bonus tip will be keep yourself motivated with goals, concentrate, and always be focused. Another bonus tip is invest in valuable things. Like when you're going to buy something that lasts longer, not something that you buy and you're like, after a few months you need another thing. So always invest in valuable things. So yeah, I hope these tips will help you, 1 or 2, so you can, I've given you 6 tips and 2 bonus tips. I hope at least 1 tip, you can use 1 tip or 2 or whatever to help you. We can all use more money in our accounts. Be smart with your money. Please be smart with your money. No, Nobody wants a broke person. So be smart with your money. These are my tips. They've worked for me. You can down in the comments, you can let me know some of the tips you use. So these are the simple tips. Let's call this part 1. I will get right into deep details in the next video, where I tell you guys about different streams of income, more than one stream of income. So that's when we get deep into it. But these are my simple tips. They've worked for me. Please try to use 1 or 2. They might work for you. If you use them and it works for you, please remember to come back and comment and let me know. So guys, be smart with your money. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe, like, and comment. It's been lovely. Baby Alokiss.